These candid camera stunts go over the line in the best possible way.
Hey, you want to see something cool? Cops don't give a shit anymore.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Eric Andre street pranks.
Hey, I'm a car too, you know.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. We're looking at Eric Andre pranks that went way beyond a normal practical joke to make us laugh.
Mind if I float around your establishment?
We're basing our picks on a mix of bizarre concepts, outlandish performances, and just how bothered and uncomfortable Andre makes his audience.
We're fencing, you fool!
Number 10, Birthday Cake Centaur. Hopping on a New York City subway car in a centaur costume, Eric Andre can barely get through the doors. With Andre's costume taking up half the aisle, passengers climb seats just to get by him. If his costume wasn't bizarre enough, Eric is also carrying 2 cakes with him on the train. Unable to hold onto the bars, Andre quickly loses his balance and throws cake onto the passengers. Despite Eric's attempts to apologize, one rider is so angry that he threatens Andre.
You want this other one?
You want them in your face? You want them in your face?
Even next to his other memorable subway pranks, the outlandish costume and props make this a standout. Number 9, Kraft Punk.
I have a new hidden camera show. Kraft Punk.
Yeah, well, we know.
Looking like Daft Punk dipped in mac and cheese, Kraft Punk is a disgusting dairy prankster. He makes such an obnoxious entrance that even Eric Andre is annoyed with him.
What's up, guys? I'm Kraft Punk.
This guy sucks.
Showing off his own version of punked, the prankster places cheese under unsuspecting passengers on the subway.
You just got Kraft Punk. There's a hidden camera there. There's a hidden camera there. There's a hidden camera there. There's a hidden camera there.
As he points out all the hidden cameras, the passengers look more confused than excited. Making matters worse, he vomits tons of cheese in the train, causing people to run away from him. Kraft Punk returned 1 season later to steal a basketball and cover it in cheese mid-game. Why? Impossible to say, but it was hilarious nonetheless.
Yes. Way to go. You just got Kraft dunked.
Number 8, Seinfeld. Opening on the iconic Tom's Restaurant and some slap-based music, it was hard to tell where the Seinfeld parody was going. Putting a realistic spin on Seinfeld's goofy scenarios, Eric's day gets ugly. A woman starts yelling at Andre and beating him up in the diner, and the staff becomes understandably concerned.
Michelle!
After she throws drinks and food at Eric, even the customers start to worry. When she takes out a bag of her own feces, however, the mood goes from uncomfortable silence to frantic yelling in a split second.
This is a bag of my feces! That's right,
Michelle,
honey.
come on!
While intensely gross, the reactions, as well as the perfectly timed cut to Larry David's name, make this prank hilariously surreal. Number 7, Missing Dog.
Sir.
Standing with a dog on the sidewalk, Andre asks for help from anyone who passes by.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Most people just ignore him, but after a few attempts, he finally finds a willing victim. The sympathetic woman is understandably confused when he asks if she's seen his dog.
Hi, have you seen my dog?
But before she can do much else, he whips off his shades to reveal his complete lack of eyes, and starts screaming at the woman to describe the dog.
Describe him to me! Describe him to me!
Scaring the woman half to death, Eric even scores a few looks from nearby civilians. Unbelievably absurd, the skit highlights Andre's ability to take the narrative in truly unexpected directions. Number 6, I'm a Potato. After getting a stuntman to wipe out in the street, Andre shows up dressed as a potato.
I'm a potato. Excuse me. Look at me.
He tries to inappropriately steal the spotlight, but people aren't having it. As soon as he starts squatting over the injured cyclist, the crowd gets violent, shoving Eric out of the way.
I love your energy.
Eric drops a comical load of cash on him.
Oh, that guy's really hurt.
Using the crowd for his comedy, Eric pushes them until they push back. Along with the insane costume, it's Andre's totally detached reaction to the situation that keeps us laughing.
I'm a potato! I'm a potato! What's going on? I'm a potato!
Number 5, buying a car from Harry.
Harry! That's me.
Going to a car dealership in a trench coat, Eric Andre uses one of the oldest tricks in the book.
I'm going to buy a car today.
Trying to pull off the children's totem pole prank, Andre and his partner are way too tall to be believable. In keeping with the bit though, Eric even lowers his voice to make him sound older.
I'm looking to buy a fine automobile from him.
I just don't trust anybody like that.
The disguise is so bad that Andre towers over the cars, and the outline of his partner's arms are clearly visible the entire time. The dealer asks him to remove the costume, but Eric insists he will not get naked for a car.
You want to see my genitals? That's not okay.
Taking a cartoonish prank into the adult world, Andre truly reinvigorated this classic gag.
Harry's Car Place.
I don't trust like that.
Number 4, Black Scientologists.
Ron Hubbard is the true God. Black, there is no hell.
Taking to the streets, Eric and Hannibal reveal a painting of a black version of Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard, insisting that his real name was L. Ron Hoyabembe.
Not a lot of people know this, but L. Ron Hubbard was a black man.
Truth.
It's a bold start to a skit, but claiming there is no hell, Andre nicely parodies religious demonstrators by second-guessing his own supposed beliefs.
Battlefield Earth should have been a Tyler Perry movie.
That's right.
But they really strike gold when they anger an actual religious demonstrator, who yells that he's the second coming of Christ.
I'm the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Prove it. Take a poop in front of us.
Andre and company throw it back at the man, challenging him to prove it by turning poop into wine.
Turn that poop into wine. Turn that poop into wine. Turn that poop into wine.
Mixing race and religion, Eric's outlandish concept makes this one of his most memorable skits. Number 3, Ranch It Up.
It's time to ranch it up.
For one of his most abstract characters, Eric Andre plays a rave bro who's way too into ranch dressing. Eric confuses just about everyone as he calls his inappropriate greeting and makes racist comments about all the minorities he sleeps with. Despite giving everyone skater nicknames, no one wants to drink his ranch dressing.
Mind if I hit this?
Eric even asks a man to 69 him, before being promptly asked to leave, albeit in less kind words. While later iterations of the bit saw the ranch guy don some seriously out there attire, there's just no topping the original, particularly the fake hoverboard and inexplicable Wii remote.
You're kind of like a hoverboarder.
Number 2, Bird Up.
Hey, you guys are watching Bird Up, the worst show on television.
Throwing on a green morph suit, Eric desperately tries to convince people he's doing a bit with his fake bird. It's pretty clear the suit is a distraction, however, when Andre starts touching people and harassing them.
No, I'm not even here. They're gonna morph me out. No, they won't even. I'm not even here. Bird Up.
Assuming he'll be edited out, the pedestrians let Eric get hilariously close. Things get really uncomfortable when a woman lets Andre stick a finger in her mouth, and then starts dancing with him. Despite the fact that Bird Up is allegedly the worst show on television, that hasn't stopped top-tier talent from working on it, as Chris Rock even directed a segment in season 3.
Hey, I didn't say cut because it was bad. I said cut because it was amazing.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Please eat from me. Eat from me. Drink from me.
I hate myself. I hate myself. I want to die. Kill me.
Number 1, Eric at the RNC.
Hey, I'm Eric Andre. I'm here at the Republican National Convention.
When Eric arrived at the Republican National Convention, he rained on their parade both metaphorically and literally.
Black Lives Bladder.
He quickly gets in just about everyone's face to tackle their views on abortion, transgendered bathrooms, and Black Lives Matter. Eric's antics get meta when he interviews people getting interviewed on TV, even cameoing on Breitbart's broadcast. Andre actually found himself getting attacked when Alex Jones invited him on stage.
The Daily Show's not a Pentagon weapon program.
I'm not on the Daily Show. I'm on MySpace.
Smiling through it all, he makes it impossible not to laugh when he compares the convention to Coachella. The prank even got his press pass revoked for the Democratic National Convention, so he interviewed the crowds instead. Eric Andre, a political correspondent unlike any other.
Oh shit, Hillary Clinton's here. Oh, Hillary.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.